Good morning and welcome to Mornings on Main Street for this Tuesday, the 21st of November. I'm your host, Stefanie Miller. Thanks so much for stopping by today. Coming up, we are learning all about the Salvation Army's new initiative, Pathway of Hope. After that, our Tennessee traveler, Tom Adkinson, shares with us a little town known as Bell Buckle and what you can expect when you make a visit. And then lastly, we are revisiting a segment that we did with CDE Lightband, talking about how you can save cost on your energy bill. Some great information there for you. But first, let's get a check of our headlines and stories that you'll find at mainstreetmediatn.com. Approximately 100 acres were scorched by flames Sunday night in the area of Old Cox Pike, located in Williamson County. This is west of the Fairview city limits. Preliminary reports suggest that the fire could have been started by an exhaust spark from a four-wheeler. You can get more on this and burn permit information by heading to mainstreetmediatn.com and going to Main Street Fairview. Two grants totaling $3,198,760 will now help Spring Hill with resource protection. The two grants made possible by the work of the City of Spring Hill administration. The City of Spring Hill is committed to providing the best utility service to its residents while also protecting the main water source there, the Duck River. How funds will be allocated and other details can be found at mainstreetmediatn.com by going to Main Street Murray. This is incredibly sweet. Kindergartners at Mount Juliet Elementary found themselves as little elves for stuffing stockings for soldiers. I love it. Over 100 students filled the stockings with candy, games, toiletries, playing cards, and their huge stockings. They also included handmade cards. Learn how this event got its start 19 years ago by going to our website and clicking on the Wilson Post. Let's get a check of the weather and see what's coming our way this week by turning to the team over at Tennessee Valley Weather.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather today.
Good Tuesday morning. I'm Kelly Rawson in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center with a look at your forecast for the rest of today. Clouds are still here this morning, but the rainfall is slowly but surely getting out of here. You may need still an umbrella as you step out the door, as we are going to have a few lingering showers, but by later on this afternoon, we should be starting to taper off as far as those rain showers go. We are going to hold on to cloud cover. Winds will be breezy out of the north, keeping our temperatures much cooler for this afternoon, falling already into the 50s after reaching a high temperature around 60 degrees. Heading into this evening, we're going to hold on to cloud cover, but we do stay dry for the rest of your Tuesday, aside from just a stray rain chance possible. Overall, though, Wednesday, a few clouds to start off the day, temperatures in the upper 30s, and still a breezy wind out of the north. But the good news is we will be dry for tomorrow as well as for Thanksgiving. So that is some great news if you're planning on doing any Black Friday shopping across southern Middle Tennessee. Aside from a stray shower, we should be mostly dry with a mostly cloudy sky.
We often share with you the programs by nonprofits in the Middle Tennessee area, as well as the work done by volunteers. But we also highlight nonprofits so you know the services that are available, whether it be for you and your family, a loved one, or just an acquaintance or friend. Well, this morning we highlight an initiative by the Salvation Army. This is new, so helping families overcome challenges like unemployment, unstable housing, and lack of education. Those are areas where the Salvation Army can help, but they also work to lead families down a path of increased stability and ultimately self-sufficiency. And that is the focus of the Salvation Army's Pathway of Hope initiative. Michael Bown, Program Director of the Salvation Army in Clarksville, shares that Pathway of Hope is another resource to help families and individuals break through poverty.
We do it by having family first events, which like in the last 2 months, we've had a cooking class. They've come to the first 2 classes. They come to the 3rd class. They will get an Instant Pot as a gift. But during that class, some of the clients would say, I'm more interested in Pathway of Hope. I'd like to go a little deeper with my situation. I would like a budgeting class. I'd like some case management. I'd like some wraparound services to help me and my family stay stable. So in that, they can sign on with a 2-year program with me and the case manager. Austin Heflin's working with me now to help. We're looking to hire another case manager. We're hoping over the next 2 years to help break that cycle of poverty with these clients. Salvation Army does the most good. We do a lot of things. We have a shelter here, and a lot of people think we only work with folks who are unhoused or unhoused neighbors. We do that. We like to take unhoused neighbors and help them move into housing. But this is something that's new and different because we're taking people that are, or we used to call when I was young, the working poor. They're working hard, they're trying to get established and stay established and move into the middle class. So we're trying to take them from that place to another place so they can move forward so their kids don't have to go through what they went through. Bringing these families in and meeting with them, spending time with them, getting to know them and finding out what their needs really are. And then they're requesting things like, could you get me into a budgeting class? I know how to handle my money. I didn't learn that from my family. They're asking for practical life skill classes that we wouldn't have known they needed if it were not for this class. So they come in for something casual like a cooking course, and during that they have an opportunity that's open where they can share their heart and we can get to talk with them and hopefully find out what are their real needs, not just their perceived needs, to help them to move forward. There's a lot of things about poverty people don't understand. It's not just financial. It's physical, it's educational, it's mental, it's a thought process. Poverty is almost like a disease. It's something that people get. I grew up in poverty myself. To overcome it, it takes help. Community is collateral. Community is worth a lot. I encourage everyone, go connect with a church, a mosque, a synagogue, anybody that would help you. Even connect with your old school teachers. If they liked you, reconnect with these people. Build community, because when you're in a tight, if you have family, you have community, you have collateral. It's worth more than money to have those people in your life. So we try to teach that too as a life skill, to go forward to that, to jump into the middle class, because we all look at things differently. Poverty is one of those things that is so deceptive. There's so many levels of it that we don't realize how detrimental it is to a family to grow up in that trauma that it creates. And to overcome that trauma, I think it takes God personally. For me, that's what it took. And I think it takes us loving people the way Christ loved people to really get them through that trauma and help them overcome it and not fall back into it. Because when we've been in a cycle of poverty, a cycle of trauma, we only feel comfortable when things are chaotic. We've got to teach them to say, okay, we can be, quote, normal is not being chaotic. And it's okay to struggle, but to struggle to move forward. And it's okay to suffer that away, and we'll help them through that.
If you'd like more information on this initiative, Pathway of Hope, Bowen encourages you to reach out to the Salvation Army of Clarksville. The number for you is 931-553-8494. Just ask for Michael Bowen. Stick with us here at Mornings on Main Street. We have more coming up after this.
Beginning January 1, Delta Dental of Tennessee is introducing enhanced benefits for persons with intellectual and developmental disabilities.
It'll include extra cleaning times for people with special needs, extra time for exams. More importantly, we will create a training program that any dentist office in the state can go online and pick that up.
At Delta Dental, we believe that the quality of oral health care should be accessible and inclusive for all.
Welcome to the 2023 Magical Holiday Home Tour, coming for one day only. Immerse yourself in the spirit of the season as you explore stunning displays, twinkling lights, and charming decorations. The general admission tour of area luxury homes, including historic Rosemont, and a special tinsel tour of the original Fairview Plantation Mansion. Come and experience the warmth of the holidays by touring spectacular luxury homes. It's an event you won't want to miss.
The first time I ever went out for Thanksgiving, I just went, oh my gosh, it was a life changer for me. And they have got a Thanksgiving feast prepared for you here at the Omni. But you're going to have to make reservations. And to talk more about it, we have head chef Jonathan Welch, who joins us today. Hi, Jonathan.
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for having me. Thanksgiving is our Super Bowl. That's the biggest day of the year for our restaurant, besides maybe Mother's Day and Easter, where we do a very similar brunch buffet. But you know, we're really excited. We get a lot of locals, and we really want this to be a thing about Nashville. You know, absolutely any guests in the hotel are welcome, but we want to get as many folks that live here to come see what we do.
Don't forget, make your reservation right now. If you can get one, you better make it right now. Anywhere from 9 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon, get that reservation in for Kitchen Notes at Omni Nashville.
Welcome to Grin Doctors, your trusted pediatric dentistry and orthodontics practice. Achieve healthy, beautiful smiles with our expert care. At Grin Doctors, we are committed to your child's oral health and well-being. Trust Grin Doctors, your pediatric dental home for exceptional care. We go above and beyond to ensure the comfort and satisfaction of our young patients. Grin Doctors Kids Dental and Orthodontics is right down the street in Old Hickory, TN. Easy to get to and in your neighborhood.
Welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. We are taking a little trip today to Bell Buckle, Tennessee, to tell us all about this wonderful community and some of its 500 residents and what they have to offer. We have our Tennessee traveler, Tom Adkinson, with us this morning. He also says this is where he found his favorite fried pie. Hey, Tom.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Just fine.
Oh, I wish you could have sent me one of those fried pies.
Well, in Bell Buckle, you need to get there quick every day. There is among the several attractions in town is the wonderful combination of an antique store and ice cream parlor.
Ooh.
Yes, Bluebird Antiques and Ice Cream Parlor.
Mm-hmm.
The matriarch of the place is known by everybody as Mama Phillips. She's 88. She makes 10 dozen fried pies every day herself.
Wow.
And they sell out. There's just, I got the impression there's never a day with a leftover fried pie.
You know it's good when. Well, what else makes Bell Buckle so special?
It's this nice little town in the northern part of Bedford County. It's between Murfreesboro and Shelbyville. A lot of people know it because of a school there, the Webb School, which is both residential and a day school. But it's a leftover railroad town. It's a little crossing at Bell Buckle. There's basically a block-long strip of commercial stores. Town dates all the way back into the 1850s. Mm-hmm. And it's just a place to chill, except when they're throwing a party, as in a festival. All the other times of the year, it's just kind of nice to get down there and escape.
So your article has that it has 500 or so residents, but when there's a party in town, what type of crowd does the community draw?
I personally have not been to one of the big ones, but in the summertime, there is the RC and Moon Pie Festival. And in October, there is the Webb School Art Festival. They can draw 60,000 people or more into this little bitty town over the course of a 2-day festival. And I don't see how they handle it, but the locals say, we just know what to do. We park cars everywhere we can, and everybody has a good time of it. The RC and Moon Pie Festival is very well known, but indeed, I think little towns like this are more fun and more enjoyable when you sort of have it to yourself.
I could definitely see that. And I mean, when people do stop by, do they have a lot of like antique shops, sort of shopping for people to enjoy?
To my mind, there are two things to do, and that's go browsing through an antique store and go to the Bell Buckle Diner. It's just solidly good country cooking and nice people, very pleasant decor. And it's run by two sisters, Hillary and Heidi Parker. And you can't find a better meal. You just really can't. There's a chicken pot pie done in a puff pastry croissant that my wife had, and I kept trying to steal part of it. It's just really good all the way around. And they have a special dessert too. You don't need to fill up, but leave a little bit of room for a fried pie. But they have an oatmeal cake with a caramel sauce on it that it's just worth the trip by itself.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Again, it sounds like just a beautiful little community there, a place just to get away for a little bit.
Right. Mama Phillips, one of her sons, runs a place called the Phillips General Store. Mm-hmm. And it's not a general store. It's an antique store. It has everything, floor to ceiling. You cannot believe the stuff that's in there.
I can imagine.
You look at it and you say, who would want this? And Billy says, somebody will want it someday.
You never know when you're going to find a treasure out there. Tom, thank you. You always leave us wanting more or wanting to visit a new spot. So thank you for all of that.
I'm happy to help. I want people to get out and about and enjoy everything that's around Nashville. Keep traveling.
We'll do it. Thanks, Tom. Until the next time, stick with us here on Mornings on Main Street. We'll be right back.
At Chapel's, we pride ourselves on offering a wide variety of the freshest fruits and vegetables, handpicked just for you. We have a wide selection of the freshest, highest quality meats that will leave your taste buds craving more. Our friendly staff is always ready to lend a helping hand. We believe in treating every customer like family because at Chapel's, your family is our family. We've been locally owned and operated for over 60 years. You can visit any of our Chapel's locations in Dixon, White Bluff, McEwen, and Centerville.
At Implant and General Dentistry, we're proud to offer dental care you can trust. Our team, led by Dr. Andrew Flips, is dedicated to serving our community with the highest quality of care. We offer comprehensive dental exams, cleanings, whitening, and more. With our compassionate and experienced team, you'll be able to smile with confidence. Come experience the difference for yourself. Call us today to schedule an appointment or visit our website to learn more.
At Fred's Flooring, we're your source for quality flooring options. Our extensive experience and knowledge in the industry means we have the expertise to get the job done right. From carpet to tile, hardwood to laminate, and luxury vinyl, we have everything you need to find the perfect floor for your home. As the Main Street Award Favorite Floor Store winner for 2023, we know what it takes to satisfy our customers. And with our convenient financing options, you can get your dream floors now and pay over time. Visit fredsfloors.com or call us today.
He shoots, and he scores!
Welcome to the 2023 Magical Holiday Home Tour, coming for one day only. Immerse yourself in the spirit of the season as you explore stunning displays, twinkling lights, and charming decorations. The general admission tour of area luxury homes, including historic Rosemont and a special tinsel tour of the original Fairview Plantation Mansion. Come and experience the warmth of the holidays by touring spectacular luxury homes. It's an event you won't want to miss.
Welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. We're really seeing a dip in temperatures now. It is that time of year, and of course, the holidays are upon us. Many of you taking down those Halloween lights, putting up the Christmas ones. So, of course, what comes with that? A higher electricity bill. How do we not put all of our money into that electricity bill? We have John Jackson here. He is the Energy Service Manager with CDE Lightband. Thank you, John, for your time.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Anytime. What can we do? How can we not see this astronomical light bill, later on this month?
Yeah, sure. Great question. So we, as in my department, we get that question all day, every day. So especially starting probably here in the next month or so, we start to see those low temperatures affect the bills. Mm-hmm. So what we really like to tell customers is the up to around 70% of your electric bill during this time of year through about March is attributed to your heating cost. Okay. So here where we are in Clarksville, mainly in the south, your heating system is called an air source heat pump. So that is a very efficiently working system. Now when it drops below about that freezing point, that's when what's called auxiliary heat will kick in. So that's a real heavy user of electricity. Mm-hmm. So what we go over with customers, and what I'll go over with today is 5 no cost and 5 low cost tips to help you reduce that electric bill. So we're one of the only companies that are going to help you use less of our products. So
thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So the more efficient our customers use, the more efficient then we can get that power to you. Okay. So the first that we have here is control your thermostat. Now, there's a lot of different technologies out there with thermostat, smart thermostat, but even if you have an old a mercury thermostat, controlling your thermostat is the easiest thing you can do during this time of year. So we recommend as close to 68 degrees when you're at home. Even 3 to 4 degrees cooler when you're away. A lot of people think you have to set it and forget it, but you don't necessarily have to do that. If you leave your house, it's okay to knock it down 3 to 4 degrees while you're gone. That way you're not heating an unoccupied home.
Okay.
So one of the questions we have a lot of customers, they'll say, well, I wasn't even home during that time. Well, that HVAC system is heating space, not people. So that's important to have that space moderated. So a good thermostat temperature is the first and easiest thing you can do. The second, along with that, is to monitor that auxiliary heat usage. So how you can do that is, like I said, with an air source heat pump. Once it gets to a certain temperature, usually around 30 to 32 degrees outside air, those heat pumps need help heating that home. So that's when they will engage what's called auxiliary heat or strip heat. So you can't necessarily do anything to turn that off in most cases, but you can reduce the amount of time you're using auxiliary heat by reducing your thermostat.
Good to know. Tip number 3?
Yeah, so tip number 3, check your insulation. A lot of people have no idea about their insulation capabilities or capacity. So the goal is to keep that warm air in, cold air out. So check your insulation levels in your attics, your crawl spaces, and especially any outside facing wall. You'd be surprised how much cold air comes in through those power outlets. So you can go get little gaskets that will go inside those power outlets.
I don't think I've ever given thought to the air coming in through there.
That's a big one. It's a big one. So the next is one of the easiest you can probably do, and that's let that natural sunlight come in. So a day like today is a perfect example. It's sunny but cold. You still have a lot of heat that sun can give you. So especially on north-south facing homes, let that sun in by opening up your windows, open up your drapes and shades.
It's a great idea. Again, opposite what we would do in the summertime with closing those, just open it up. Great idea right there.
That's right. So the last on the no cost, wear warmer clothes. So it seems obvious, right? Yes. But if you're feeling cold, if you're nighttime and you just don't want to crank that heat up, put on more clothes.
Okay.
You lose a lot of heat through your head and your feet, so put on a hat, put on some warmer socks.
That is so easy. I love that.
So going in, we've covered some no cost. Let's go over some low cost options. Okay. So the first is maintain your HVAC system. So again, that is a large portion of your bill is due through your HVAC system that's heating your home. So if that's not working properly, then you're going to have some issues. Okay. Fortunately, TVA and CDE offer a $50 rebate on tune-ups. So if you go to energyright.com or go to our Power Partners website, you can find out how to do that. So very simple, but a really low-cost way to keep your bill low.
I guess I look at that as in that low cost will save you in the long run.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Get a tune-up. We usually recommend before summer and before winter. That will make sure your unit's working out properly. Weatherize your home. We kind of went over check your insulation. There are some, people think that insulation is very expensive, but there are some low-cost options you can do too. Number 3, insulate your water heater. So your water heater is in the winter is your second biggest user of energy. So everybody's got a water heater. Most people have it in an unconditioned space, such as your garage or even a crawl space. So that water heater, if it's cold outside, it's taking a lot of energy to keep that water hot. So put a nice blanket around that. You can get them for low cost at any department store. Good way to do that.
Does it need to be a particular type of blanket, or is it one that we just have around the house?
So they make good question.
Okay, good.
They make specialized water heater blankets.
Okay.
They're just a thin material. It's usually like an aluminum backed material that you can get easy to wrap around. They usually make them pre-cut. So all you have to do is wrap around and throw some tape on there and you're good to go.
Great tips there. What are the last 2?
Yeah, so upgrade to LEDs. Now this isn't necessarily winter only, but this is something you can do year round. LEDs are very common and getting less and less expensive. Incandescent bulbs are almost, they're hard to find anyway. So upgrade to LEDs. I mean, they use so much less energy than an incandescent bulb or even a CFL.
Good to know there, and I'm sure that's something that many of us have already heard before, so make that switch now.
Absolutely. Last one, make your home smarter. What I mean by that is you can get a smart thermostat, you can get a smart water heater, you can get a smart TV, those are so common these days. But an Ecobee smart thermostat, a Nest, those are really easy things that you can do. And honestly, you know, you can get into that market for under $100, and that's something you can control from your phone. So you can set a really good schedule. That way you don't have to worry about your temperatures. Set it and forget it, set those thresholds, and you'll be good to go.
Great tips there, both low cost and then of course free things that you can do. Fantastic. John, thank you so much. John Jackson, Energy Service Manager here with CDE Lightband. Great tips from you. Really take those and use them over the next several weeks. Well, actually the next few months. Stick with us here on Mornings on Main Street. We have more coming up right after this.
This holiday season, the largest lantern festival in the country returns to Nashville Zoo. Witness more than 1,000 handcrafted Chinese lanterns featuring brand new designs, including towering mythical beasts, a life-sized Santa's workshop, and a 100-foot-long dragon. Welcome back to Zoolumination at Nashville Zoo. Bigger, brighter, and better than ever.
Sherry's Hope is dedicated to sharing the hope of Christ, protecting the health of our community, and supporting those who are fighting cancer. You can be a champion of hope this season. When you give monthly to Sherry's Hope, you help meet the needs of families in our community as they are battling cancer. Your monthly gift of $10 or more gives hope all year. Together, we can make a difference.
At Area 51 Tech Solutions, our team specializes in servicing and repairing major brands of electronics, including computers, tablets, cell phones, HD TVs, and gaming consoles.
Area 51 has been our go-to place for all our tech repair needs for years. You name it, they can fix it. Trust the kid who broke it. Give them a call today at 615-379-8113.
This Christmas, Give a Little Nashville needs your help to bring joy to children in need. We'll be hosting toy drives during the holiday season, so please donate toys for kids of all ages. On December 3rd, join us for our Cocktails with Santa red carpet event, where you can mingle with other supporters and enjoy festive drinks and food. Together, we can make a difference in our community this holiday season. Visit givealittle.nashville.com or find us on Facebook to learn more and register today.
Welcome to the 2023 Magical Holiday Home Tour, coming for one day only. Immerse yourself in the spirit of the season as you explore stunning displays, twinkling lights, and charming decorations. The general admission tour of area luxury homes, including historic Rosemont, and a special tinsel tour of the original Fairview Plantation Mansion. Come and experience the warmth of the holidays by touring spectacular luxury homes. It's an event you won't want to miss.
Welcome back. Here's a look back at when the switch was flipped to turn on the lights at Christmas on the Cumberland at McGregor Park and the Cumberland Riverwalk in downtown Clarksville. It started with a fun program Saturday evening, hundreds on hand to not only see the program, but of course, when the lights finally went on, afterwards, families were able to walk down the Riverwalk to enjoy the display of more than 1 million lights. Hopefully you'll have a chance, if you're visiting the Clarksville, Montgomery County area, to stop by to check out that display. It'll be up. Christmas on the Cumberland will be up until January 2nd, 2024. Thanks so much for joining us here this morning. Always love having you stop by. Have a great afternoon, and we look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow morning.